that an insta-lock?
Insta-lock. Insta-lock.
Whoa, that's even more than an insta-lock. Like, that's the insta-insta.
There's a lot of engage here for Guangdong Freaks, and Ring of Frost plus Counter-Strike as a combo, when you consider also the Wukong, who can cyclone through that fight, makes it very difficult to actually manage your Narbar as Kana in this draft, and Varus plus Karma into this Ezreal lane where it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Ashe to just stick to these targets and build up that early Umbroglaive. Makes it harder to control vision like you'd like to with the Ashe AKALI, where you can then make the map dark, and then SHOWMAKER is such a huge threat everywhere. So the early game here I think could be quite tricky actually for Dplus Kia, but overall I think their draft is insanely good. They have a lot of great team fighting.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift as, oh, here's the test. As we're going to look at the bottom lane. Stop fighting each other. Stop shooting stuff. We want to go top lane. See whether they're going to emote spam at each other. It's the most important part.
I don't think they are. Judo said no.
Man.
He's opting out.
And Canada just sitting in the brush up here. It's a disaster.
One game of Sivir, one game of Varus, and then the Draven game. The rest of his wins have been based on his Lucian play, right? And the ways in which Deft has won so many of these early games has just defined Dplus Kia's playstyle. And playing a draft like this, you can win the early game, and you can actually have that sort of control if the Ashe gets ahead, especially with his Halo Blades here. But it's a little bit more complex to play out here. And last time we saw Deft try to play the Ziggs, for example, it kind of fell flat.
Hasn't played it all season.
SHOWMAKER, no vision here. See if this actually works out. Be a heavy commitment here.
Yeah, Bulldog has a very cool skin. I do like that. All right, let's see whether this dive is actually going to work out. Shroud on cooldown, and that is first blood. So comfortably collected by the Quantum
well played. Canyon coming over too. He knows it. SHOWMAKER's calling out for it. That's why he's shrouded there to try to buy some extra time. But really easy walk up, Ring of Frost into just claw out. Takes the aggro there for Youngjae. That was beautifully played.
Oh, Deft misses the Q as the Ignite now goes down. Has to flash as Taeyun charges his arrow. Deft looking for a little bit more as Canyon's going to come down. Kellen's still going to be able to zone them off the wave. Still holding on to the back as Youngjae is just going to take this Rift Herald. There's a nah. Okay, that should just be the kickback and a okay leap strike out. Canna, not going to go for it. Holds on to the flash. And they get Dudu's flash once again as Canyon looks for the safeguard, but not going to
really risky plays here from Canyon. No flash. I mean, the idea with the initial play was great there with Kana, but sticking around here for that extra Sonic Wave with Wukong, you know he's nearby. You know he has ultimate because he just took Rift Herald. Very greedy there. He's not punished or anything like that, but scary, scary time there.
Yeah.
And that is going to be going, the Rift Herald is going now the way of Guangdong Freaks, while Canyon going over on the other side. You're not worrying about any team fights without that. You know, maybe the Herald goes over, but you're not worried. But they also have this Jax that, while not ahead, is going to functionally be better in a side lane here for Kana, because he's neither ahead nor has he fallen massively behind. So functionally, he's just going to be stronger. So, okay, this time no flash, but the claw is good.
Yeah, claw is going to come through, but the stun is going to last for way too long. Oh, SHOWMAKER caught under the turret, but it doesn't matter. He's able to pick up the kill with the perfect execution. Needed it. As, oh man, Ashe is so... It's like just a lot of CC, man.
It's crazy. And I mean, I thought, okay, his claw's out though, so he's fine. Didn't activate it in time because he's stunned forever. That turret. Guangdong Freaks playing a good macro game here. They really are.
Yeah. Picking up everything. And with the fact that Dudu is unanswerable, it just means that they have so much control over this map. And now, teleport in from Dplus. They're not wanting to give away Soul Point here, even though it's a cloud. Counter-Strike now on a little bit of cooldown as Deft is over the wall. And you can see they're looking for the turn. Okay, Bulldog does still have Frozen Tomb available. SHOWMAKER was trying to bait it out, but here goes Bulldog. He turns it around himself as now Kellen's going to flash. That's a huge gnar into the wall. But can they kill Youngjae? He's going down so low, but he survives forever. And the Lissandra is still there. She's able to kill Deft. And now there is nothing Dplus Kia can do. Canna, yeah, he gets a wallop off, but he is limping away from this battle. And he'll have to just try and go for... Oh, it's an execute.
Gets the execute.
No,
he does, yeah, he does get the execute there. It doesn't look like June actually autoed him at all, so he will get away with this. But imagine, okay, that fight was as good as it's going to get for Dplus. And imagine when this Ring of Frost comes through from Bulldog, that there's a Cyclone on top of it. Because if that arrow trade for Cyclone doesn't happen moments before, Youngjae cyclones all of them. And this fight is even more one-sided. Because he is unable to do so, Kana buys some time here. The Gnar is good, but it's still just desperation. Dudu's not even really fully in this fight. I mean, this was basic Kwangdong Freaks winning this fight with one hand tied behind their back.
Yeah.
And this might just be the back-breaking moment. Recovering from this at this point for Dplus seems impossible.
It's a difficult game for like early to mid game, and they crush you with it. And often they do that around Renekton's and things like that. Like this is Kana's most played champion on the top side, but is definitely not the biggest win rate that he's picked up, as Arrow is going to find Taeyun here.
No flash.
And yeah, that's a really dead Varus. Not sure whether that's going to mean all that much, but Baron is up.
It's going to stifle some of the farming here. You know, this call from Dudu here, not only was it risky because the teleport was almost canceled. Oh, Taeyun again.
Another arrow is going to connect, and that's a real dead Varus.
Okay, this game state is changing very rapidly. Like, now the Jax has no TP. He better get a kill here.
Oh, Kana can't actually hop over the wall, but he's pretty fast, so he'll make it out.
So you lose teleport on your Jax. Kana keeps his. His just came back up. Another arrow hits the Varus, and we talked about how like it's kind of optimistic, but you can follow up on arrows really well with Lee Sin. That's happened now a second time. Varus is killed. Dplus getting a little bit more time to farm with this Ezreal. The Muramana is complete and stacked. And, you know, this looks a lot harder every single time one of these mistakes happens here.
As Youngjae, he's just going to get kicked. This could be a huge throw, Wolf.
I mean, it is starting to feel like it is already, and now with the teleport available for Kana, I was talking about, they're just going to grab Baron, and this Baron alone should equalize the gold and give full map control. Def back in the driver's seat, 80 carry-wise. Let's see if Bulldog can steal this.
Yeah, it doesn't have the unsealed spellbook, as SHOWMAKER, oh, that ward wasn't in the brush, so SHOWMAKER is going to get doomed and taken down. Kana throws them into the wall.
The counter throw?
We'll see, as there is still a smite in this pit, but Dudu is absolutely terrifying. Canyon's going to be able to secure it and get out in the arrow. It's going to connect once again. Now Jun flashing himself out. Canyon gets back into the pit once again as Def locks down Bulldog. Blind now gets over the wall, and Dplus key. I mean, that was way more difficult than it could have been, but they take the Baron and they're now in control.
Cyclone, oh, the chains don't connect, so he's just going to cancel that plan.
Man, that would have been the perfect timing though. True Shot Barrage going to split the Red Sea.
Bulldog looking for
side.
one. There's so many threats in this Kwangdong comp. It's actually insane. Like the Ring of Frost coming across on the other side here. You have Counter-Strike. Okay, Arrow.
Arrow going to connect onto Dudu. Oh, it was going to hit someone, and there's the kickback that Jax can't even Counter-Strike. I don't even know whether he had it off cooldown, as Kana doesn't have flash, as that is SHOWMAKER going golden to deny the frozen tomb. Cyclone's good, as he was still tanking the turret. Now they're out of cooldowns. There's a huge Gnar under 3 into the wall, and Kana will never say it again. I'm sorry for saying the Gnar isn't perfect. I'm sorry for saying it isn't amazing. I'll never say it again, I promise.
Game over.
That might just be exactly that, Wolf, as they're going to push through. That's the ace. The inner turret's going to go down. I mean, it's 26 minutes, so I think I'm counting my chickens a little early.
But I mean, the game state now within Ezreal, who's working towards
do damage effectively. This is sort of the Lissandra situation, as she has a whole bunch of friends, and it's a Gnar by himself. They should be able to find something. He'll take a while to die, as True Shot Barrage gets a fair bit of value, but the Frozen Thrall is all that remains. May need to return.
This is...
Man, Bulldog is, like, he's playing his heart out this game. As the Claw, oh, SHOWMAKER, he picks it really beautifully. The arrow has to be flashed as the Q misses from Canyon. But Bulldog might just die. The Frozen Tomb comes in. SHOWMAKER goes into his Zhonya's, and now Def wants to take some control. Counter-Strike will go off before Def comes out of his stopwatch, but he still is going to die. Canyon goes into his stopwatch as well as Canna gets over the wall. Mega Gnar is incoming. He puts everyone on top of each other, and the bottom lane is just obliterated, or walloped, I should say. Youngjae goes golden as well. I mean, everyone has a stopwatch at this point in the game. SHOWMAKER's going to flash on the head, though. It's not going to stop him from dying. Picks up the double, and we'll see what Dplus Kia want to do now.
Far away. He doesn't zone his either. Like, this is kind of a panic moment here. It looks like for Bulldog, thinking he actually can survive a little bit longer. SHOWMAKER follows the claw, tracks him.
He read him like a book.
Yeah, no self-ult here, no Zhonya's. He just gets deleted. Ult SHOWMAKER because Youngjae's there and he wants the turn. But I think this fight could look really different if Dudu actually capitalizes on Azonia's play here with Counter-Strike. The fight still is as good as it's going to get here, minus losing your Lissandra first in the fight. But things could have looked really different if Bulldog had played that a little bit cleaner at the beginning. But there's nerves here, there's a lack of experience, and Dplus, they give you no time to think. They give you no time to react. They're so fast on these collapses. And they will win this narrow team fight even without depth at the end of it because SHOWMAKER can carry and pop this one off. And that should be Baron.
Also, like, Canna MVP of that fight. Oh, we're still going to get it! The flank.
So late.
Bulldog is flanking, Wolf. He's flanking. He's continuing to flank.
I love the flank meme.
Yeah, SHOWMAKER is looking for him. This is a reference to Valdez and Wolf on the Challenger broadcast. Earlier, Poolbay was flanking for a really long time.
Some say he's still flanking.
Yeah, he may actually still be
He's still level 14 on AKALI. Yeah. This Challenger's meme, like nobody gets it, but we think it's really funny.
Yeah. I thought it was funny. I was a cat, man. Like, I was having a great time. I'm an example of a viewer that enjoyed my experience in that game, okay?
But the teleport actually stopped the push from Dplus here. Baron fades in 10, so they have bought themselves some time in this game. I don't know if it'll change anything, but as long as that Nexus is alive, there's a chance, right? There's a chance.
Oh, okay, Canna is going to bite the bait. SHOWMAKER looking for the flank, and who's baiting who is kind of the question as he finds the backflip onto Taeun. Yep, you can't cleanse death anyway, so I guess it doesn't even really matter as Canyon's going to get the kickback. That's the Gnar follow-up. And now, Dudu, where are you going to go? And where is Jun going to go, especially as SHOWMAKER should be able to find a 5-point strike. It's a dead Wukong, and Bulldog is going to try and hold the wave, but there are minions still here. And if they can tank these turrets, they can just win the game. Unless Dudu can do something absolutely heroic. There's a teleport to keep these minions alive, which is very cute. And there goes the Jax. Canyon going to safeguard to follow Jun, and this game is over. But man, KWANGDONG Freaks, they made them work for it. This is not what Dplus Key were expecting this game. I guarantee you that. As Bulldog on this Lissandra, he played the laning phase very well. He had some moments, but then he also had some mishaps. Still, when it's a team this young, can't help but feel proud of them.
Yeah, certainly. You know, Dplus Gia definitely with a rockier start to the game, but like I mentioned, if you're a Dplus fan, seeing comebacks like that, you know, that's what you want to see. That means the team's in the right mindset. That means the team knows how to look for win conditions, even when they lost, which is what Damwon was always famous for. Down 5-3